when I would say that in school,
Yeah.
we were taught accounts,
Okay.
we were taught maths and other subjects, but they never taught us about handling money.
Yeah.
If you actually go back there and if you can figure it out, then we've learned everything about knowing about accounts, figuring out ledgers and balance sheets, but we did not know how to handle money. So I would go back and say, to start, it is that you have to realize what you want to be when you're maybe 45 or 55 or 65, and then start no matter how young you are.
Okay.
I started when I was close to 30,
Oh,
and I said I want to retire at 50.
okay.
I started by watching a program which was aired on one of the international networks, Oprah, and she had invited this financial coach
Okay.
that talked about how to become a millionaire. It is basically one way of saying, I'm working,
Okay.
I'm getting a paycheck,
Okay.
but I'm actually paying my rent, paying my EMI, paying for my water, paying for my electricity, paying for my groceries. I'm paying.
Yeah.
I'm paying everybody else. But when am I paying myself? So I have to start paying myself first before I can start paying the others. Take your wallet, for instance. When you walk out of the house in the morning, you just check your wallet and say, okay, listen, I've got about 600 bucks in it. When you come back, you have 450. You spent 150. Done. Was it necessary?
Today, in What It Really Takes, I have with me Kim Aswani, who literally captures the world from above and help people watch it differently from below. He's a visual storyteller as well as a drone pilot and most importantly a mentor. His aerial films has not only captured landscapes but he tells the story that moves. Being a cinematic videographer as well as a director whose reels have literally captured the heart of lakhs of people on Instagram, on YouTube, and also the people around him. He has been recognized as he has been recognized by Karnataka Tourism Department, and he has mentored hundreds of people, the students majorly in the industry of drone as well as the storytelling. And not only that, what sets him apart is not about his skill sets, but the way he look at the world, the way he looks at the motion as well as capturing the emotion and the visuals. I'm really glad that, I have with me Mr. Kim and whoever is going through a phase of, he wants to start something where the fashion is there, be it a traveler or a filmmaker, or maybe just look the world differently from a different eye, then his journey definitely will help. Thank you so much, Kim Uncle, for being on this show.
Thank you for inviting me over, and I'm happy to share my insights as well as whatever little experience I've had in the industry that you would need to get some information about.
Yeah. In fact, we were having the conversation before we started off the podcast, and the thing that hit me was um you said that, how to start early and retire early. That's not everyone can crack that. That is like once you enter into the entrepreneurship journey, before that it feels like, all flowery, good. Oh yes, I'm the entrepreneur. But when you step into it, it feels like endless. We don't can't even think of retirement. So
It is something that I would like to go back a little earlier, when I would say that in school
yeah.
we were taught accounts,
Okay.
we were taught maths
Uh-huh.
and other subjects, but they never taught us about handling money.
Yeah.
If you actually go back there and if you can figure it out, then we've learned everything about knowing about accounts, figuring out ledgers and balance sheets, but we did not know how to handle money.
Yeah.
So I would go back and say, to start, it is that you have to realize what do you want to be when you're maybe 45 or 55 or 65, and then start no matter how young you are.
Okay.
I started when I was close to 30,
Oh,
and I said I want to retire at 50.
okay.
I started by watching a program which was aired on one of the international networks, Oprah, and she had invited this financial coach
Okay.
that talked about how to become a millionaire.
Okay.
That's all I needed to hear, because that's what was in my mind. When I left and went across to Dubai, when I started working there, I was not able to even make ends meet.
Okay.
So my life was purely defined that I have to work to achieve my dream.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And watching that show, it taught me about the most basic things is like you have to have a saving.
Okay.
Now, when I say saving, it's just a simple word. But if I ask you a question in return, when you get your salary as you are working as a professional, what do you do with the money when it comes to you?
Okay. Do you really want to answer? Oh,
Yes,
what
I
I
want to,
yeah.
because this will work when I get back to you and tell you exactly what I have, what I've learned from that particular one show that I watched that changed my life and how I became a millionaire.
Oh my God. I really want to know because I feel that 9.5 years I was into IT, the way I used to earn versus the way I used to save, there was a big gap because most of the money used to go in my day-to-day living,
So
enjoying.
my question was, when you get your salary, what do you do with it?
The first thing by default was like, 15% of my salary is going in the stocks.
Fine, that means it's your saving.
It's my
So
saving.
in other words, the point I was coming to was, do you pay yourself first?
Oh,
It is basically one way of saying, I'm working,
okay.
I'm getting a paycheck,
Okay.
but I'm actually paying my rent, paying my EMI, paying for my water, paying for my electricity, paying for my groceries. I'm paying.
Yeah.
I'm paying everybody else. But when am I paying myself? So I have to start paying myself first before I can start paying the others.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There is no other way that you can get rich in a very short period of time, provided you start and keep at that to go ahead and get to where you want to.
So paying yourself isn't a part of the salary. You
Yes.
just keep
If you're
it for your
getting,
personal
for
use.
example, if you're getting 50,000 rupees,
Uh-huh.
you start with 10% of that.
Okay.
That means you work towards saving 5,000 rupees, putting it into an FD or into an account which you do not touch, you do not even know. You do not
Why
even
wouldn't-
know it exists,
Okay.
because that can come to your aid at a time of emergency, if you want to travel, or you have something that you want to buy for yourself, which you wanted, which is part of that dream that you've kind of worked on. It comes out of there.
Oh,
There is also another system which was also mentioned there, where it was the envelope system.
okay.
So you start when you get your salary, you know that one envelope is for the rent, one is for the gas, one is for the internet connection, one is for your phone, one is for your petrol, and each and every envelope is set out. What is left is the extra before you've already taken out your 10%. So you keep adding on that to that.
Oh my God.
But
Okay.
when that money gets to a certain level, you have to ensure that it's invested in the right place,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
either in land or in stocks or in gold. I do not expect you to invest anywhere else. Stocks also 40-50%.
Okay.
Land, I would say 75%, and then the balance in stocks and gold. Gold, why I say, is because it's liquid cash.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to keep cash at home,
Yeah,
or you
no.
don't want to keep cash in the bank. You rather either in mutual funds or in stocks, but gold is an asset which also grows, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
also liquid, which you can liquidate anytime in
Yes.
case of emergencies.
Got it. Got it.
So you always have to remember, you have to pay yourself first to become wealthy, wise, and also to have a kind of satisfaction with the confidence
Uh-huh.
that it gives you when you know you have no debt.
Oh, yes.
There is no EMI I have to pay. There is nobody coming and knocking at my door and saying, listen, last month's bill is not cleared. None of that happens. So you can do what you want, because you know by that time Your money has earned you an event, a sum that is eventually good enough for your survival.
Got it. Yeah.
You
Oh,
have
that
your
is the plus.
house,
Yeah.
you have your car,
Huh.
you have all the amenities in the house, like your AC, your fridge, your washing
Yeah.
machine, your geysers or your microwave, all the utensils, everything is set. It's only your groceries. It's only your lifestyle. Now, when I come to lifestyle, how do you save that 5,000 which I was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You have to sacrifice a lot.
Okay.
You cannot have friends that are outgoing every weekend, splurging, partying, inviting you here, inviting you there, because they will pay for you once, but then sometime or the other, you
Yeah,
will
to
have
pay.
to pay.
Yeah.
But can you afford it? When they order for a Greek Caesar salad, which costs you $800, when you know you can make it at $150 at home,
Yes.
so
True.
that $650 is your saving.
So do you also calculate like
Yes,
this much I have to spend and
yes,
not more than that?
absolutely. For that, I made an Excel sheet. Know exactly how much your income is, how much your expenses are, and how much are your actuals compared to your, how do you say, your assumptions. You assume that your electricity bill will be $1,400. It comes to 1,200. You save 200.
Yeah.
Those assumptions and actuals are actually added up at the end to see exactly how much more you could have saved or can save in the next month going forward.
Got it. Got
Your
it.
system is always about spending 10 minutes with your finances
Every day.
every day. Take your wallet, for instance. When you walk out of the house in the morning, you just check your wallet and say, okay, listen, I've got about $600 in it. When you come back, you have 450. You spent 150. Done. Was it necessary?
True.
You just picked up a coffee on the way or picked up a sandwich on the way. You could have waited till you got home to have a meal.
Yeah. True.
This is
So much we spend.
is that necessary?
Oh.
When you think about, am I doing it? And please understand, it's for a very short period of time that you actually start getting into this cycle. And then you realize, okay, fine, now I am into it. It makes more sense. I should have started 5 years earlier.
When did you start this? Like
At
from
31.
And before that?
Nothing much. I was minus 50,000 rupees in debt with no property, no savings, no stocks, no gold, nothing when I left from here to Dubai.
So you worked in Dubai. I want to know
I'll
this
come
as well.
back to
Like
that. Okay, I started very early in life. And
from college. Like
yeah,
how?
from school. There was no college for me.
Oh.
I did only high school
Okay.
and I quit. I said, I don't want to study because it's not going into my head. I could not study. I went up to dad and I told him, I said, listen, I'm sorry. It's just not going into my head. I cannot study. I want to be practically out there to see if I can work. And I started my career at 16.
At 16?
Yeah. I went to my aunt. They were based in Africa, West Africa. I spoke to her and told her and said, listen, if you think there is any job for me, please take me away from here because I don't want to study.
Okay.
And that's my dad's youngest sister. So she said, okay, done. When I'm coming down, I'll take you and go. So
that time you didn't have that vision. In fact, you were not into this drone.
Nothing. I'm going back almost 40 years now.
Oh my God. Okay.
From there is when I started and I said, I don't want to study. So, how do you say? Education is not my plus point here.
Okay. Got
it's
it.
all what I've learned on the way as I've
Wow.
gone.
Okay.
And that's what's made me what I am today.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for people to own up and say, like, listen, I didn't have a proper education. But no, I didn't want that education. My inclination was more towards doing business or working or kind of making money.
Okay.
So it started very early. Come back to, let's say, 1992 from 1983. So you're talking about almost about 8 years, 9 years. Came back, settled down. Dad and me opened a video library in Indira Nagar on the main CMH road where the metro station is now. We did very well for about 6-7 years. I got married in the meantime. In the next year, I had my daughter within a year. Then dad passed away. I built a house in that 7-year period.
Okay.
But unfortunately, due to the vastu of that house, it was unfortunate that the house took the life of my father.
Oh my God.
It was built in such a way that it was eventually in terms of when I started getting to understand about Vastu, I understood that the house is built in such a way that the head of the family will die. And within a year, dad passed away. So that again took me to another downfall. It was bad. I had to give up the business. I had to sell the house. I had to move
Give
out.
up the business as in you were not.
It was my own. It was my own, but then it was not doing well because at that time, Star TV also had just come in.
Okay.
So that was more convenient for the people who were getting it, the cable TV at home, compared to coming in, taking cassettes and
Got it.
watching videos at home. Then from there, started doing a little bit of real estate here and there.
Okay.
Like, just about trying to make ends meet, as I was saying. So from there, then I got introduced to somebody from IIT Kharagpur.
Okay.
And they were on this thing to make India on internet. And that's when internet had just started. Hotmail had started coming out. Yahoo was there. And I started working with them for some time and then took on internet from there and then IT and then getting more and more into it. Then I did a certification with MCSD with Microsoft certified developer.
You went into IT being a developer.
All that which I did, I should have done in school. I came back and did it here online, got my certification, then started getting into IT. That's the time when my wife found a job in UAE.
Okay.
So she moved there for a short period of time and then we were trying to have this long distance relationship.
Oh.
My daughter was with me, my mom was with me. So finally I said, okay, let me also take a chance. And I went to Dubai. Arpita went with me. We put her in school there. I tried for a job, did not work out for about 3 months. Came back. Again after 3 months, I went back. That's when I found a job. This was in 2001.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I'm already at about 33, 34.
And till then, you didn't start your drone or anything?
Nothing.
And you were trying to be into IT and
everything, just
doing a
getting
development.
there. I got a job in the seafood industry.
Okay.
In 2001, I was just called. I went in for an IT requirement, but they said, no, we're looking for somebody in sales. I said, fine, as long as it's paying me what I want. Why not? I mean, I can talk. I can sell. So that's how I went about it and got into sales, and I worked with that company for 15 years.
15 years?
Yeah. With IT on the side, little bit of internet here, by YouTubes and Instagram had come in at that time, little bit posting there and then. Till then, it was only 15 years straight.
1 second, I want to know a little bit, what you said, side by side, what and all you were doing during that time? 15 years you were into the sales in the food.
And this was the time when I went to Dubai, when it was absolutely crucial for me to make my life and then finish my last stretch of life with making sure my dream comes true. And that 15 years started in 2002.
Okay.
In 2002, when I saw this program on Oprah, that's when that I Want to Become a Millionaire started.
Okay.
And from there, me and my wife sat down, we made a plan, we put it together that this is what we have to do to achieve this. We had a plot and we finally built the house, this house.
Yeah.
Gave it on rent for all the time that we were there, that to just pay off that installment that was due. Otherwise, there was no debt. We were only looking after our goal, which was to save money so we can both retire at 50 and come back and relax and enjoy life.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's how it started. In 2017, after I came back in 2015, 2016, 2017, again, I started the same business which I was doing back in Dubai.
Okay.
Seafood business. I opened it up in the corner here where Hey Guru is. That's where the office was.
Okay.
I was running it for 3.5 years when COVID struck.
Okay.
In 2017, when I went on a trip to Vietnam for the seafood business, that's when I found my first drone.
That's when you found your first drone.
It was on display. It was on a DJI store. They were displaying the first drone that they had launched. I saw it. I fell in love with it. I bought it. Paid almost about 98,000 bucks. I did not even know what a drone was, what it could do. I just saw it flying in the air for 5 minutes. I said, I want it.
Okay.
That's when I brought the drone and came back to Bangalore.
2017 sometime.
2017 September. It was September or October in 2017.
Okay.
Started getting onto Facebook. checking up and seeing what are the other things. Started going on to YouTube, looking at videos where people could give me a little more tips about how to fly, what to do when you go up, what do you look around and look for objects that are there so you don't have a crash, even though it's got a lot of more features that are there. But I started getting onto it only in 2017 end is when I actually went to Australia and I said, okay, I'm taking my drone with me. I took my drone with me and I was flying all over Australia, in Melbourne and in Sydney, in Opera House, in the Harbour Bridge. I've flown over the Seven Sisters. I've flown over, what is that? The Apostles, 12 Apostles, everywhere. And that's when I realized this is fascinating. It got me more and more interested because I also had a little bit of passion for photography.
Okay.
So I had a camera. I had this little GoPro which I had with me. So doing a little bit of traveling and taking videos wherever I go. It was just casual. But with this, it started changing my perspective. When I started seeing it differently by taking up the drone, flying, capturing those moments, bringing it down, taking pictures, then posting those pictures, then getting reactions for those pictures.
Oh,
That's when it started, when somebody connected with me from Bangalore and said, listen, I'm also here in Bangalore. I have also got a drone. Can we meet? So that's how we started interacting with people who are into this line, not only for flying, but to gain knowledge about what this industry has. In 2018, there was nothing. There hardly about 5 or 6 people in Bangalore who had drones. Meeting them on weekends, flying with them, comparing the footage, taking pictures. Slowly, then that's when I started this WhatsApp group for Bangalore drone pilots. We were only 4.
okay.
This was in 2018.
Uh-huh.
And today we are 292
Drone pilots
in Bangalore.
only in Bangalore.
Only in Bangalore. And we only have this for discussion of drones, photography, aerial photography, or where you go and what you shoot, places that people can come and see on our group, our Instagram handle, then where all we've gone, where all we've shot videos, all the videos are there. While all this was going on, a lot of people started coming forward and connecting and saying, listen, we should form this and make this a weekly event or a monthly event or a fortnightly event, which we started doing. And we started connecting, started going to specific places where we can actually fly outside of Bangalore, and then started going and flying. And
So, wow. So you didn't, it was the passion and you did it out of, you never thought the intention was not like you'll be earning out of it was all about,
I started filming, I started upgrading my drones with whatever the new ones kept coming because they were getting better. The flight time was getting better. The quality of the video and the camera was getting better. The distance was even better, where you could fly maybe 60 meters. Then the newer ones you could fly 300 meters.
okay.
And then the next one came, which you can fly 1 kilometer. So I started getting upgraded with what technology was in store in line with whatever I had. From time to time, it made a difference because with some of the videos that I started posting and some of the videos that I started, sharing with friends, I used to get calls to come and shoot for either an event or a party or I would never do weddings. I'm not into the wedding photography. It was all outside because I cannot fly inside. It's not allowed to fly inside. So everything was outside. So wherever there was an event or a place that they had something outdoor, and if they called me, I would go.
That's how you started earning via this thing.
That was just the beginning. But then slowly I got called by the National Highway Authority of India. I've shot for the Prime Minister of India. I have a video which was actually showcased to him for the National Highway, the Mysore Expressway, which they opened up here.
But how did the network build? Like, how did they approach you or you came in contact with them?
Actually, in 2020, I would think. I think this is after getting settled down and kind of getting experience and learning more about the industry. In 2020, I think I had done a couple of videos and I started uploading on Insta.
Okay.
That's when one of the people saw me and then they recommended that this person is a drone pilot and he's certified and you can check with him. So they connected with me and then we shot for them. They did the editing of the video. They showcased it to the Prime Minister. I've got that YouTube video as well. So from there, it started building up. Then I started with Karnataka State Cricket Association
Oh,
with them. I'd even shot for the Bangalore Metro Rail, also down in the tunnel without when it's being constructed. I've had the videos of even the tunnel boring machine, which they call the TBMs, which are there inside the tunnel, and how they toss their tire frame and everything. But we worked for them, so I've got videos of them. Several other companies. Several other companies. People, I started putting myself out there because people wanted work. They wanted shots which were aerial shots. They wanted a video made. They wanted pictures taken, aerial pictures. Some of them were even for sites which were like development for gated communities, where before they start the project, then they demark the land, and then they have the plots divided, then they have the roads. From time to time, we've shot. So the entire process of how long it took from start to finish. I'm doing one project which is there in the city railway station. I started in 2022. This is the third year which is going on. The building started from the ground floor. We are at 29 floors now. So we are capturing the entire time lapse. Where in what has taken us 3.5 years before it completes, I will give it to you in less than about 45 seconds. The entire building coming up and then finished. So this is the kind of work that I do. And then from time to time, I get a lot of people who call me for events. Just like this, there's a cycling event or a biking event, or there's a Bangalore Hubba, which is event by the Karnataka Tourism, where they wanted to promote certain communities in the Bangalore urban rural district. So we covered that. I've shot in Bangalore. I've shot practically.
but that all started from 2017 or 20. But before that,
I would say 20 would be better, because 2017 end to 2019 was the learning period. What to do after you take the videos. So you had to edit them.
yeah.
And I did not have anybody who I would want my videos to be edited, because I know what I've shot. Then my 2 trips to Europe, I captured so much of footage in Europe because I took my drone there. I got my international drone license, international permit to fly my drone. So I carried it abroad. I've captured phenomenal footage. And that also is part of my growth process, which is I've posted on several different websites, not only on Facebook. There's another website called Pixels, where you can actually post so people can share and use your footage. So I've got about 44 million views there. So I've grown over a period of, let's say, 5 years, quite exponentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. A lot of support from my family, my wife and my daughter, because most of my equipment comes from her. She just picks up whatever I want and then sends it to me from Dubai. And Jitu, with my wife, wherever I travel, I take her along. So she enjoys traveling with me. And then that's how it is. So support coming from the family, as I said in the beginning, is very important, because if you want to do something and you know that, you've told them and they know about it, and you're doing whatever you think is right in your own way, you don't have any problem. It's just no stress in your head.
Yeah, that is there. But, in your case, you had that passion, and after work, you were doing something which, you love to do.
I had to retire at 50, and I did. No matter what I said, whatever I have, if I have to let it grow from there to wherever it wants to grow, I'll grow. And now in the market also, I've got funds, which is growing average of 26 to 28% per annum for me. So I'm set. I've got my fixed deposits. I've got another site which I've got, another property which I've got, which is doubled in less than 3 years. So, I mean, how much more do I want?
No. That's what. And in the age of 33, you started everything, planning and all. And in the age of 50, that is in the 15 years.
At 33, I didn't have anything. I'm telling you, at 33, I did not have anything. 15 years of absolutely dedicated hard work, support with the family, and a kind of a goal that, okay, if I want to retire at 50, how much money do I need? Because I need a lifestyle that gives me A, B, C, D, E. That is a house, that a car, and my ease to go out and travel when I want. No debt, health insurance taken care of, life insurance taken care of, and enough money at the end of the month to support my lifestyle. So it was all planned. In 15 years, it took me, but Finally,
Nothing
uh,
went in a way that, you planned and didn't happen and it was all unexpected.
no, a lot of ups and downs in that period also. So in those ups and downs also, you have to make good, because that's when your emergency fund comes into play.
Okay.
So if you are in a situation where you have to use your emergency fund, you have to work harder the next year.
And you came into that kind of situation.
Once it came by once, because when mom was not well, then when my sister passed away, it was on and off with family only, nothing else outside. Because my work was purely focused and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want to lose my job, so I kept at my work. I grew very slowly. I mean, in terms of what people expect that you would grow in terms of salary wise, but no, it was every 2 years. That's how the market is. But at the end of it, I was very happy because I knew exactly what I wanted. And then having my wife there also working, both of us working together and coming up with the solution that, okay, after spending whatever we need to spend on my daughter's education, and then she studied in Manipal University, so everything went through. And after that, when it was just time to say that, okay, fine, now it's time to go back home.
Okay.
And that's when I came back first in 2017. And my wife joined me in 2020, just before COVID, or just the first couple of months after COVID.
Okay.
And then after that, after this thing that hit me with COVID with my company here,
Yeah, the one which you opened it.
then I said, no, I think now I have to call it quits, because it's given me 3-4 times that it's shown me the, how do you say, the cycle of life. It has taken me up to a peak and then brought me down, or in a way that it has given me a clear indication that, okay, now you have to call it quits
Oh,
and then do what you want.
when do you feel that, it's time? Like you should. And it's not easy to quit because a lot of people, they don't, I won't say won't give up, but, they get attached to it so much that they'll make it work. And in that particular thing, they lose a lot. I have seen such cases as well. So,
It's very difficult unless you actually have somebody who has a goal. People have to get a goal first. They have to see that when you are 25 and 30, you have the energy and you have the insights and you're driven by your peers and you're um, in a rat race. That rat race is either you're in or you're out, and you can't be left out. You don't want to be left out.
yes,
Now, with that, having said that much, it's also very important that how much can you take?
the stress and the,
Because today's levels of stress for the youngsters I've seen is quite a lot. But at the same time, they are finding external avenues to make money. So when they do that, their focus is not going to be where it's supposed to be. When it shifts, or when you do two things at one time, as you say, you cannot focus on both. You have to know exactly what is going to get you to the end, and the smoothest legal straight way. There are no shortcuts in life.
there are no short.
No matter how much we say it, how much we've been told by my parents, my grandparents have told me that there were no shortcuts in life. No, but we still took those shortcuts. We realized
What were the shortcuts you, like not studying?
doing stupid things. I mean, come on, anybody, if I tell you that, okay, listen, my car is parked outside, but don't drive it. You know you have a license. You want to take a drive.
Then,
These are those small, small things that sometimes that car, you take it around the corner and somebody comes and bangs the car. Not your fault. But you were told not to take it out. So you're at fault.
yeah.
It's like these situations which it kind of brings back those times that, okay, listen, no shortcuts. You just listen, you understand what they're saying. They're saying it for the good, for your benefit. So go with what they say. Listen to them. And over a period of time, Karishma, we never realize it actually till we are about 40 or 45, that parents are important.
Oh, yes.
And that's when you realize that they are getting old and it's your turn to take care of them. You did not think about this at 35. I'm sure you have not. But at 45, you will. because it's going to happen right in front of your eyes. Situations will be there where maybe they fall sick, maybe somebody passes away in their family, and they are totally depressed and they are hurt and they need you, and you're too busy with your life. Things like this will happen.
Even in the age of 30, I mean, I'm in my 30s, early 30s. Even right now, I feel that, we have very less time with parents and they are growing old and you are responsible. But that stress,
Realize it. They'll be gone. You will not even know, and then it'll be too late to regret. In my case, I'm only talking with experience for which I thought I would come back, take care of mom. But when I came back, she was already bedridden. I couldn't even take care of her in the last 1.5 year that she was there. It hurts. It hurts. It makes you feel guilty. But at the same time, this generation has no idea what they're in for. I'm sorry to say, I'm saying this generation because you are in that generation. And I feel that this life is so it's driving you up a wall, which is not going to be easy to climb down.
but the professional stress, it actually eats up a lot of your
Time.
Yeah, 90%
Forget
of
about anything else. It's your health, your lifestyle, your entire working ethics, but it's your time. Because you cannot get the work done in 8 hours, my dear. Can you? Today, there's no 8 hours. There's more than 12 hours, and you still feel that, okay, I can't put forward this to the next day. And sometimes I feel it now when somebody says, okay, listen, Kim, you have to get up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We are going for a drive. I'm stressed out the previous night. I have to get up in the morning and take a drive, and I'm stressed out. Because you reach that level where you know that, okay, I've got 10 other things to do, but this is also on my head, and this is something that it's on priority. So how do you define what is important? You'll have got so much on your plate right now. You all can't feel, and I'm talking about in general, when I'm talking to friends, I'm talking to all the youngsters in my group. I think I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Okay, because it's not only being the oldest, being more senior, being more experienced, but I am the oldest there. And everybody's in their 30, 35 doing IT jobs and doing this as a passion. Some of them have taken it professionally.
Okay.
But they are all stressed out.
And what to do with, how do I won't say
balance.
reduce this particular
They
stress?
feel that this is an avenue to make quick money because everybody else is doing it. Everybody's into this. I'm talking about only social media right now. Everybody's got a drone. They spend almost about 75,000 to 1 lakh of rupees out of that hard-earned money. Don't even know ABC of drones. Just bought it because they've seen somebody flying. Damn it, if you can do it, I can do it. Chalo, let's go. And then they join my group and they ask questions. Silly questions, but then for them, it is important because that's the way I learned. So I don't have a problem in telling them, and that's how that mentoring started. When I did not kind of hold back whatever knowledge I have to share with people, because exact situation I was in 7 years ago. I was getting onto YouTube and looking for simple things like, okay, when I reach a particular altitude, what am I supposed to do? And if I take a picture, which editing app do I have to use for that? I had no idea about Paint or Photoshop or Corel Draw. I mean, it was not something that I'm professional in. But when you want to post on social media, you have to have a little knowledge. That knowledge came from YouTube to me. When they asked this question, I individually reply to them. Use this, do this. Make sure that these points are taken care of. When you go fly, you go out in an open space. You ensure that you keep the line of sight where the drone is in line of sight at all times. Make sure that your altitude and your battery is checked. Things like this. So what are you going there for? I'm going to fly. I know you're going to fly, but what are you going there for? To take pictures or to take videos or to take your family or to take family pictures? Something. Tell me something about it. No, I'm just going with friends. So
They are unaware about what they want.
they wanted. So I have realized that people are just picking up drones because they think that they can get an aerial shot. They'll charge somebody 3,000, 5,000 bucks for a small video and they'll make the money. But after some time, they realize that it's time consuming. It's not only time consuming to go to the locations. You have to get the right shot. You have to bring back that shot or the video. You have to sit with the video, you have to edit it properly, color grade it, you have to add some text, you have to add the right music, and then you have to deliver. Client will want it for the cheapest price.
Yeah.
But your hard work, all this amounts to, I would say, $7,500. You're short selling it for 3,000. So you are killing the market. You're killing yourself because you are not going to grow out of that 3,000 to 5,000 because the guy knows you'll do it for 3. You are not thinking that, listen, if I charge 7,500 and I don't get it, maybe I should think about 6,000, but not at 3. This is where the difference is. They want that money for that day. Right now, they're going for a shoot. He's bunked college, he's taken a bike, gone to the place, gone for a shoot, come back, but he hasn't delivered. He said, okay, 3,000, waste of time. He realizes after everything is done.
And also, that's how the market is right now, isn't it? Like,
Today in the group, I have made it very, very clear that if there is a requirement for any drone pilot, it's not going to be less than 10,000. If you have a package of 10,000 that you're willing to pay, please approach the group. Whoever is free, they'll come and do it for minimum 10,000 bucks. So that's a benchmark. You set a benchmark because it's the effort of not only flying, it's the cost of the equipment, it's the time that you take to ensure that you get the right shot. You spend time there at site. So you interact with, you've called me for a shoot. I need to interact with you. I need to understand exactly what did you have in mind when you thought of me.
yeah,
You're talking about ground level. Is everybody talks about ground level shots? I can understand that. When you're talking about aerial shots, there are several different aerial shots that give different perspectives or tell a story, as you say.
yeah,
If I'm going to come from behind the tree and show a building, I'm revealing the building. Do you want to talk about the building in that way, or you're just going to show the building as it is? So these are the things that I would like to talk to, and that's the time and my effort, because that is recorded in my head
yeah.
for me to now attempt that shot to prove that that's what I wanted to get out of it. So this is all the time. So I would say that pay the price and you will get the work. Apart from this, there is a lot of other work in this industry that is not only related to just taking pictures or videos. In this industry, over the last 5 years, Indian companies have come forward making drones for the defense, for the agriculture, for the fire and safety divisions. So there are avenues for drone pilots who want to become drone pilots to come forward and look at this as a long-term basis, not something that you just buy a drone and fly and then make that short money. If you are serious, you can continue being a full-time drone pilot for a company that requires these individuals for their own use. It could be survey of a building. You cannot see a building from what you can see at ground level, but what you can see from the aerial point of view. For instance, when we were shooting for this one building, he realized that this entire roof had not had these black patches. Because when you're standing on the roof, you cannot see that it's dark. You'll just think it's gray. It's like, maybe because of the rain, it's turned a little dark. But actually, there were black patches in the summertime. And he realized that that has an issue. So he got it rectified. And that was just because of one picture that we took because we were on top of the building. We were flying from there. So as soon as I take off, I'm pointing down, I'm taking a picture and I'm flying because I know where I'm flying from. That's for my record. That picture, I gave it to him. I said, sir, you have a problem with your roof. The entire roofing was done.
Wow.
That's his work. It was just out of the blue that came up, and I said, okay, next time I must do some more aerial shots and start taking pictures. Because all the time that I was flying, in the last, say, 4 or 5 years, I was only taking videos. I was not much into pictures. I could always screen grab a picture from the video and use that, but I realized that I should start taking pictures. So slowly, I started taking pictures. For whichever project I did, I ensured that whatever videos I take, I also take some
certain
pictures.
pictures.
And then we were called to Udupi.
Okay.
There was this bloggers meet.
Uh-huh.
And then they had chosen some of us, and then they had called us and said, listen, please come and visit Udupi. Promote the entire district for Udupi and we'll take you around. And then I said, see, I'm a drone pilot, so I'll carry my drone. I'm not much into still photography or ground photography. So he said, no problem, please come, sir. We have the permission because we are from the State Department. I said, wonderful. So for 3 days, we were in Udupi. We captured Udupi extensively. was beautiful. Lovely state, lovely
Yeah, it
district,
is lovely. I
lovely
have been
district,
there. Yeah.
lovely beaches, the culture, the people, the food, um, the hospitality, everything was really very nice. After about 3 months, we were called to Isha Foundation in Coimbatore. So they connected with me and said, "Listen, we want to invite you because we have a influencers meeting where we call people to come and see and experience what Isha Foundation is and promote it." I said, "Okay, no problem." So me and my wife went for 3 days. We were there. So she was
You
taking
took the
part.
drone, the
The
videos and
entire Isha Foundation with the Adi Yogi and everything. I got that done. Then we got a call from Chikmagalur Tourism Department. Again, from part of Karnataka Tourism Department only, but individual districts have started now reaching out to influencers and calling us and said, "Listen, please come and promote our state. Come and see our the homestays and the food and the culture." So for 2 days we were there. They took us all around. They set us up in lovely properties. We covered the resorts with them. So like this, slowly, so many places.
but that was based on the work you put efforts in whatever you were doing in the beginning, right? Like putting it on social media as well as understanding or learning the editing and all, and that's how.
Yes. That's what the 17 to 19, 18, 19, the years 2018, 2019 were the years that I actually took to understand what I want to do. Even though it took 2 years, but at the same time, I had my business. So that's why it took time. The
You had
2020,
your business, you
yes.
had the income which is flowing, right? And
I would have, I don't know whether the word income is of any
no,
relevance
I
to
would
me.
say
As in,
it
I
is
had
because there's a
I
stress of
had a,
money flow which people have, right? And because of that stress, what happens is whatever creativity they have or whatever potential they feel like they want to, it gets suppressed, it gets blocked. They, the leap which they start with, it starts going down. And then eventually everything boils down to, I need to earn and I'm ready to do any XYZ work instead of following my passion.
absolutely. Even the fact that photography, it's not a cheap hobby or a cheap passion. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
So
It takes a lot of
when
efforts.
you need to have the right gear as you grow in the industry, it's not cheap. The cameras, as you grow, you need better cameras, you need tripods, you need lenses, you need lighting, you need equipment. Then after that, you need a good system to edit. All that costs money.
Yeah. True that.
So when these people think that, okay, with the IT job, I can manage and, kind of do a little bit of hustling here and there.
It's not possible, both.
And that is negative for them, which is wrong.
Burning out more.
Yes. They're not only burning out more, they've spent 6 months and they know they haven't reached anywhere. And then now this entire industry or this entire avenue of income, like photography or drones, is dead for them. So you can't get them to have that passion again. It takes time for somebody to come back and say, like, "Listen, I would like to do it again. I would like to give it one more shot." Because they did not get maybe the right guidance or the right I would say place, friends, people, situations, everything.
Even the concentration, right? Like, you're working on both the things. You're not giving your 100% to the both.
You know where this extra, sorry to cut you off, but where this extra source of income has started? It started from COVID because the people gave you time to work from home.
Yeah.
And that work from home is actually what you actually wanted to do, something which you thought you could manage your work. And also, let me take on this little extra um, side hustle and make a little money if I can. Because I know I'm working from home. All I have to do is be logged in. And I can log in with my phone. I can log in with my PC, wherever, even if I'm out flying. It's okay. So there was this little bit of an issue where I found people getting into this. And then I found them within 3 to 6 months posting on the group saying that, "Listen, I don't want to continue. I want to sell my drone." So I used to reach out to them and ask them, "What's the problem? Because I haven't seen you flying and you haven't." I don't have time. I bought the drone thinking I'll have time. I could, take the time off when I work from home and then take a drive and, but I don't and I can't. So that 75,000 is worth 40,000 now. So they've lost that little bit of confidence there. They've lost a little money. They've lost interest, which they wanted to do, and it just didn't work because of time. So everything is about time. How much time do you have for your passion? Your passion should not dictate your lifestyle. You have time, you have to dedicate that time only for. Why do people go to the gym? Don't you dedicate your 2 hours or 1.5 hours to make sure that you're fit and slim and you paid for it, right?
Yeah.
So you paid for your equipment, you bought your drone, so take out time for that. So they find it difficult. Not only just
It's not about having time, it's about prioritizing. Like, in the entire day, you do have 1, 2 hours. You can go to gym, you can work out, but a lot of people, they say they don't have time. It is all because of they have not prioritized their mind to do that. And at the end, there's an excuse that, it just didn't work out because XYZ.
it's time. Very, very essential. Actually, time is so important. If you know that you are tuned to get up in the morning and brush your teeth and have your tea and have your breakfast, that is time. You know you have to get out of the house by this time to reach your office. That is time. You have to finish your work before you leave the office. That is time. And after that, you have your gym or you have your family and you have your little bit of your own me time that you have. And before you realize there's no more time.
Oh my God, so true. So true.
Time is so much. And when you have it enough, and when you have it to your own leisure, and then you can say, listen, I've got nothing to do, but I've got all day to do it. I've got nothing to do, but I've got all day to do it.
Yeah.
That's how you reach that stage where you don't have anybody calling you and say, okay, listen, what happened to that project file, or what happened to that invoice? What happened to that payment? Did you follow up with that client? What happened to that order? All that is gone. It has to be, you can only take on how much you can chew, or you can eat on your plate, or cut your cloth to your size. That they say it in different ways. Not in today's time. I found people have taken on too much just to get to somewhere, because they know either there's peer pressure, or there's family pressure, or there's pressure of the elder brother being how do you say, a scholar, and me just languishing, trying to make ends meet. Lot of issues. But I feel it's only if they are being guided properly and being told that there are different avenues that you can look at, but at the same time, it has to be invested, because you're going to invest some time and money. So if you invest that kind of money, do you think you can take it forward? I would not advise anybody to just buy a drone because they like to see themselves or capture themselves. Then it's a toy for you. Use it as that. Use it when you can, whenever you go out for a holiday, put it in your bag, carry it like a camera, use it like that. When you want to get professional, you have to spend time to learn. You have to take the advice of other people who you may find at times overwhelming, or kind of even instigating you.
Mm-hmm.
They feel that, okay, this guy, his videos are bakwas, and still he's doing so well. And you feel it. You look at the person who's working along with you, and the guy he can't speak. He can't even dress properly, and he's still sitting on a desk which holds that position. You always wonder, but it's somehow or the other, it's hard work that has got him there. Don't let his appearance fool you. Here the case is, if you are going to get into it, then you put your mind and soul and give your time at least 6 months. Then see, at least you've learned something in 6 months. You're not going to be at the end of it and say, oh shit, I wasted my 6 months. No. This particular field of photography, drones, or for the industry that is there, for the agricultural industry, or for the defense industry, or for the other companies that are coming in, who require pilots to be there to either to train, or to mentor, or to be people in the space, your aerospace industry, and subsequently in the agriculture industry. You have plenty of opportunities. But it's not going to come cheap.
It's not. You have to. Cheap in the sense you cannot measure it with money, but it's all about the efforts, I would say.
Interest.
Interest.
No interest, no point.
There's no point here.
Absolutely no point. There has to be a little bit of interest, and then you have to find that extra little half an hour which you would not just sit down and do watching TV or something and say, okay, listen, I'd rather do this. Take your time out, put your time and effort.
It's all about the mindset as well, right? You have to prioritize. Do you ever regret that? What if, like, instead of starting in 2017 or 20, the passion or love which you found when I saw the drone, if you would have started back then, 10 years back, life would have been different.
No, absolutely not. No regrets as far as this particular passion that I have. I think I started in the right time because at that time, the earlier drone that was released was a much bigger drone, which was close to 3.5 lakhs.
Ah, okay.
In terms of cost, it was bulky. It was as big as your cabin bag.
Oh,
The whole case that came in, and it was huge. The remote was huge. I would have never wanted something like that.
okay.
The one that I got was size of my phone,
Oh, wow.
which I took to Australia, the first one, which was the Chinese model called DJI Spark. It used to last about only 12 minutes in the air. The battery used to last only 12 minutes. So coming to that part, you have to do everything in 10 minutes before you can take off, get your shots and come back down.
You have to plan completely. That requires.
That is the 2 years that took me to understand taking the drone up is not the only thing. After that, what do? You get the shots, whether it's sunset shot, whether it's an evening shot, whether it's an early morning shot. Which side is the light hitting the camera? Which side are you? How low do you want to be? How far do you want to be? How close do you want to go? Everything. All that happens in that 5 to 7 seconds in your head before the shot is on your screen. Because you know you're in a place, you've definitely looked at Google Maps. You know exactly where you're going. Either it's a river or a hill or a waterfall. You know exactly what point you want and what shot you want. So it's already in your head. You just want to make it better.
Yeah.
So you get there, you spend some time, you look at the shot, you look at the thing, then you look at your surroundings to understand that when you're flying a drone, you have to look for obstacles, which are trees or wires or poles or something. You stay clear of them. You take off. And when you're flying, you can only see what you can see on your screen. You don't see the wires because they're very thin and the cameras are not that sharp enough. So when you're looking at all this, you have to be careful as well. So that's why the first rule applies: line of sight. That means you're looking at your drone and flying. So keeping the drone in line of sight, that means you know where the drone is going.
Yeah.
There are a lot of functions and things which the drone does when it's in the air compared to it when it's in the ground. So the turning, when it's looking towards you or looking away from you, it does all different things. Left is right, right is left.
Okay.
So you have to be sure of exactly where the drone is focused or which orientation the drone is looking at for you to get the right shot. And how low can you go? You've already taken off from 0, but you're on a hill and you want a shot of the waterfall which is falling down. So can you go minus 30 meters? Can you go minus 40 meters? And then can you come back up? So these are the things that is actually all in your hands. Now, if you don't know, you're definitely not going to get the shot you want.
And even the drone will get damaged, no? That is
Yes.
also.
So you can't fly it. But now with all the drones that I've been flying, which is only one company, which is the DJI, which is the Chinese company, they have made them so intelligent that when the drone takes off, it recognizes where it's taking off from. It takes off, and by chance, it loses signal from the remote.
Okay.
It comes back and lands. So there's absolutely no problem of it crashing anywhere and doing things otherwise.
Have you seen, like, you have evolved from, you have a long journey and experience. How is your perspective in the way things are changing with generation and the stress level, or how students feel people might come to you, right? What do you see? How the world is evolving?
I was actually invited to mentor some students at the Mysore University.
Ah,
This actually, I've done it for 2 years. So, first, it was a little bit difficult for me to stand in front of students and, talk to them about something which I knew and they had no interest. So, before that, I asked the faculty members, I said, can I have a one on one with them to understand what they have or in mind before they come into the class for this drone session? So, I was casually talking to them, and somebody says, oh, I have a drone, but I don't know how to fly it. And somebody says, I'm interested in photography. And somebody says, yes, I would love to learn. And it was all positive.
uh-huh.
So for me, it was nice for me because I was already going in with a positive attitude, sharing something that will enhance their maybe thinking or their guide them in the right way that they would consider this as an option. So my workshop was almost for an hour. It was extensive because I had done all the research and collected all the data from what the industry has. I have seen that, yes, if it's explained to them in the right way or given the right guidance as what are the industries that they can focus on in this line, there is a lot of scope with them. At least the students that I've met, I've worked with 2 other universities and one college. All of them are very keen on this industry because all of them are from the media field.
Uh-huh.
Some way or the other, either into copywriting or into editing or into editorial or into photography or into videography or into, what is the other thing they're doing is speech writing. I don't know, something like that they were talking about. So I found them all interested in this line because it did give you a different perspective. Now, when you hold a camera and when you hold a drone, it's the same thing. One is on the ground, one is in the air. It's giving you the same result, but the perspective is different. So when that came into the play and when I actually asked them to come out after the class and I actually gave the drone in their hands and they were flying with my drone for almost about 1.5 hours, taking pictures, taking videos. And then they asked for the footage and they put the footage and they made a video back on me and gave it back to me.
Wow.
So that itself showed that, yes, they are interested. And with the right guidance, I'm sure there will be a definite increase in people getting interested in this line.
How to find the right guidance is so much of data available on the internet that people are.
I don't know why I would not even refer to data on the internet for something like this. It's all one-to-one. It has to be your effort to find out if exactly somebody is there who you can talk to, you can pick up the phone and have a word with and say, like, listen, this is what I feel, this is what I am. When you go to college, you're sitting in front of a lecturer, right? If he tells you and he makes you feel interesting of the the subject is interesting, won't you want to go back to his class?
Yes.
That's all.
Got it.
There's nothing more. It's how interesting somebody can make it, how open they are, how approachable they are. If you talk to me about this, I would love to share whatever I have experience with me because it's something that maybe somewhere or the other, you will definitely think of me when you hear something about drones. So my objective is over or my target is fulfilled that, okay, I know somebody, if anybody talks about drone, I know Karishma is going to think of Kimi Uncle. Simple as that. It's
Do you take that one-on-one mentorship with us?
absolutely. I have got all my friends on the group who have just recently joined. They connect with me. I help them out, tell them what to buy or tell them what to not to buy. What is the requirement? I've got guys who have come into the group who are only photographers. They have lovely cameras, wildlife photographers. Some of them are just travelers and they have cameras. Then they ask, which drone can I buy? So then I'll say, what is the purpose? Are you just buying a drone because everybody has a drone, or you want to buy a drone because you want to take good pictures when you travel? Or he says, yeah, I want to become a travel blogger. I said, okay. Then the basic one is about 65,000. Go with that. No, don't you think that I can spend a little more? I said, you spend how much ever you want. But what 65,000 bucks is going to get you? Even 1.5 lakhs is going to give you the same result.
Then why to spend so? Oh my.
Then you come down to editing. Which editing app do you use? What is editing? They don't know anything about editing. So then it all works out where you get a good app. You pay about 6,000-7,000 rupees for the app or for a one-time payment. And you can use that app and learn. And then you start asking friends, okay, listen, there are different LUTs and filters that people use when they're doing work with photography. And they work with the system which are either Premiere Pro or with Photoshop or with Paint Shop Pro. And there are several applications, but none of them are free. So your cost of the drone is 65. Your time and effort of going out and flying and then charging your batteries again and again is there. Then you need to get a good SD card that reads 4K that you can record in 4K. Then when you bring it down, you have so much of footage. What do you do with the footage? So you need an editing app. So then you buy an editing app, or you need a PC or a laptop first. If you don't have a laptop, you have to buy a laptop. All adds up to money. When you spend that kind of money, do you have the time to sit down after that, go out and fly and come back, edit again and deliver? You don't. Because you don't, you just want to get the hang of learning to fly. You never thought of it being an avenue of income.
So you do all the things all
Yes.
and to
All my videos over a period of time I've learned, but I'm still getting there. I'm still learning because every day something new happens, something new comes. I also learn on the way and go.
That's great. That's great. And you also mentioned about having the biggest supporter. So when you got the drone and you felt like this is my passion, I'm in love with it, and I really want to do more about it. Uh, you planned that you want to close quit whatever the business is, and that was a plan that you want to go full fledged into it.
No. When I bought the drone, before I even get to the point, it's very important to say that I had the money and I could afford it. I didn't have to ask anybody that can I buy a drone or and also do I have to think that is it something that I want to do? No. And sometimes those split second decisions that you take, that was one of them. That was just one of them. I just saw it. I said, I just want to buy it. But then I worked on over a period of almost 6 months to learn exactly what all I can do with my first drone. Before I realized that that one is also obsolete and the new one has come. So I needed the new one. So I went on to get the next one. I sold the first one, bought the second one. Sold the second one, bought the third one. Sold the third one, bought the fourth, fifth, and sixth one. So it has been over a period of time taken me to understand exactly what each drone does and how much better it is for me. And that's how it comes out in my pictures also. When I take pictures or videos, I can now fly without I know I can get a shot in 3 minutes, which I would have taken maybe 1 hour before.
It's just I'm just wondering, Kim uncle, that the passion led you to a great height, I would say, of satisfaction, happiness, as well as finances. That was like, I would say, a bonus point. You never thought about it. But, it feels like you have the kind of potential or passion. You never thought it with the intention of earning. And that's why it went crazy. But a lot of people, they have the potential, they have the passion in something, but the moment there's an attachment of this is my bread and butter, I need to earn, the stress comes up and it just kills the passion and the growth which you have potential of to reach up to a level where you can make up to 100 CRs also. You never know if you don't attach yourself with money. So I see that, I would say even I am a kind of example that, I started with a passion, this journey which I'm starting, but the everyday tension of how the money flow will be, it gives a stress and it doesn't let you reach that potential. How to change, Michael?
No, it's not easy for me to tell you, or it would not be right for me to tell you that you can do it right now because it's not possible. So you have to have a plan. A plan is that you have to know exactly what your income is, what your outflow is. And at the end of it, you need to pay yourself first. Start with that. Keep that going month after month, year after year, and it will get you there eventually. I cannot say, please listen right now, Karishma, you can do it and it'll happen. No. It took me 15 years. And 15 years, please understand, with me and my wife working, with our expenses of living in a place like Dubai, which is expensive, a rented apartment, daughter's education, plus our normal lifestyle. And most importantly, our savings.
Is your planning overwhelm you?
No, because it took me 1 year to put that plan in place. It was not easy because, see, first of all, Karishma, when I'm talking about a plan, I'm talking about giving up a lot of things, sacrificing a lot of things. We used to have a lifestyle that, okay, listen, I had close to about 35,000 dirhams in debt. That means I was always almost 35,000 in minus on my credit cards. I had no other way but to go and put a plan to get rid of my credit cards and never to have a credit card again in my life. And I don't have one today also. I don't believe in credit cards. If I have the money, I spend. If I don't have the money, I don't spend. People live on credit cards will only dig your the hole deeper with every time you try to come out. You're never going to get out of it. So I have no debts. It took me 1 year to put that plan to clear out all my credit card debts. And managing, because I knew that I used to fall back on my credit card every time I needed money. No, I said nothing. No eating out, no going out, no drinking, no smoking, no friends, no partying. To the end, I said, fuck everything. This is the lifestyle I don't see myself. I cannot sit in this kind of stress environment or the stress feeling that how the hell am I going to manage tomorrow's food on my table. It came to that stage. Everybody goes through it. I'm not going to take anybody in this world who said that haven't gone through that stage once in their life. There has come a stage.
And that's when we wake up.
You don't need to wake up only when that happens. It's exactly why you put a plan in place. Because there's something or the other from that financial freedom that you will get. Your health, your stress levels, your mindset, your positivity, your approach to life, your approach to everything changes. Because you don't need that. I don't like it. And how soon the day passes, when you're in that situation, it flies.
Yeah.
Correct? Month flies before you even realize it. Damn it, I got my bloody salary yesterday, and day after it's over. You don't even know where it went, but it went. You all are all in that boat. And I'm so sad to see you all, but there's nothing I can do. It's only when I interact with people one on one, I say, please take my plan. It's an Excel sheet here. I'm not asking you to do anything else. Just keep track of your money. Let yourself know where your income is. Let yourself know where your outflow is. And before that, make sure that you pay yourself first. I've got 4 books of that same author who I saw on Oprah. One is How to Become a Millionaire. Smart women finish rich. Smart couples finish rich. And there's one more which is I forget that. I'll give you all of them. Please read it. I promise you. The sense of confidence. I think that's the most important thing that you get because you don't have to worry. There is no worry because everything is taken care of. Your bills are paid on time. You have a backup of investments. You know that I can take that holiday whenever I want. Financial freedom is there. I know my salary is coming on time. Work towards more. But this right now is, I'm satisfied. I can manage. I'm getting this. I'm set. Not realizing that your credit card debts are there. You have no saving. You have no house. You have no car. I'm being out loud.
Yeah.
You have nothing. What you're having, that is not happiness.
That is not happiness.
That is living in this temporary kind of bubble that everybody is, but doesn't want to admit it. That some of them even are ashamed to stay with their parents because they feel they are earning.
They feel that?
Because they are earning, they don't need. They feel ashamed to stay with their parents.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, I've seen.
independence. I don't get my independence. I don't get my freedom. So let's move out. It's not easy. Not for you, not for the parents also.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm being
True, true, true.
real and giving you life's, your experiences which I've gone through. Nothing else. I've had situations where I've had miserable experiences with people who have no respect for their parents, including me. I've also had a situation where I thought, like, they wanted all of our attention, but all they wanted was only our love.
Yeah.
That attention, the way they put it across was negative to us, but for them, it was only this sit
The way to get that attention.
with
Yeah.
me, have a meal with me, be with me, walk with me, which everything they've done for us. But at the time when they wanted it, we could not do. And that is the regret sometimes I feel that I wanted to do so much. I've achieved so much. My aim was to retire, to take care of my parents. I lost my dad very young, but for my mom, I couldn't do anything for her because she was bedridden. How much can you do from there?
Oh my God.
So that you say, okay, what is all this for? How much is enough? My question to you. For you right now, there's nothing. So I need a lot for it to be enough. Am I right?
Yeah.
For me, enough is enough. I've got everything that I need. If somebody offers me $1 million and says, okay, listen, do this, I say, I don't know why, because I have a commitment. I am answerable for that $1 million. I don't want to be answerable. You have to call it quits and you have to say, I am happy. When are you happy? When you have everything and you feel, okay, listen, if I want to buy a phone today or a laptop today or a TV today or something, I can buy it without having to think about it.
Yeah.
For the new generation, it depends on, is my credit rating good? Shit, I didn't understand that credit rating talk. They say, I have to have a good credit rating and I won't get a loan. I say, why do you need a loan? Oh, I need to buy it on a loan because I can pay back. I said, what happens if you lose your job? Oh, oh, you don't realize. They want something just because it's convenient. Not consulting, not talking to family members, not even to their wives at times, where maybe her perspective is different. She will give you something that, wait for a day, sleep over it, think about it. It's not necessary that you have to do it because you see it. I've done that several times. Phones, cameras, small things on the spot of the moment, but never regret. Yes, I would have said, okay, I should have waited till long, I would have got a better price. I was in no hurry.
Uh-huh.
But that's not a regret. It's okay. But people regret. They don't have the money, but they want it. Then they'll say, okay, fine. Then the guy takes on something where he cannot pay his EMI. He loses his job. And this happened all why? Because I'm talking about experiences which I've seen of friends and close associates during COVID. Everybody wanted a house. Everybody wanted a car. When they didn't get paid for 6 months, the EMIs were still adding up, right?
Yeah.
How do you calculate that?
Got it. Sure.
You have to have a plan. You cannot live on this earth without a plan. Talking about with everything that is happening so fast, the last 5 years, with so many new things, technology coming in, and with all the uncertainty in the world, with different people going to war with each other. I don't know when something drastic might happen. People will go again into another depression.
True. Plan is something which is very much needed. Are you even surviving?
And then-
Okay.
No, in pure terms. Also, one more thing. It's very important. I learned this from my dad. Is just 2 3 words: communicate or die. If you're not in touch with people, they'll think you're dead. So keep in touch with people, interact with people, kind of get one-on-one. Even if it's a message, you just say hi. I was just thinking about you. In case the person knows, okay, you're alive. Otherwise, he'll never think he'll think you're dead. It's just 3 words. Just think about it. Communicate or die.
Yeah.
How easy it is for people to just forget about friends, forget about people. They just move on.
Like I can literally, I mean, experiencing it. I've come to Bangalore and I haven't informed anyone because I don't have time to meet the closest of the closest friends. Like, maybe later, but I believe it's a rat race where later never comes. You either make time now.
See, there is a lot of difference between a friend and an associate. You have to define what is a friend.
Yeah.
Not anybody can.
It can be a friend. Yeah. Even the ones who, like, I'm talking about the very dear ones.
Very few friends you have to be in constant touch with them. If the associates are there which are correlating to your word, you have to stay in touch with them. There is a lot of politics in office also. I've seen it myself and I can imagine now how it is. You all are in this IT field where there's a system. You have to go through the HR. You have to go through your lead managers or your immediate managers. We were put in place and we were just told to do what we do best. So
That is the best thing.
there's a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Freedom.
To do what you're good at instead of following the process and the system. Yeah.
Freedom. No freedom and only stress. How does it take you anymore? It only takes you to more and more either unpleasantness at home. There is um irritatable irritating atmosphere, or you get hyper for no rhyme or reason. You snap at people for no rhyme or reason because you're already frustrated with the amount
The
of
emotions, yeah, comes out
so you
instead
cannot
of it.
focus. And one wrong statement somewhere,
Gone. You lose it. Yeah.
you sorry,
True.
it's like
So true.
a lot of
Yeah.
small things that are there, which I feel that the younger generation really need. But there are so many other people who are also there, who are there with good intentions, but their texts don't come out good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then people get deceived, people get fooled or cheated, and then they lose interest in exactly what they thought would be their best.
True.
So it's again something that if you have the right mentor or if you have the right
It is very much important to have the right mentor. And I believe not only when it comes to professional life, but when it comes to personal life, also either you should have a,
believed in, my dear, it has to be personal for you to be professional. It has to be. If you're not personal with something, you can't be professional also.
yeah.
The interaction is on a personal level. The business is on a professional. But here the point is like, I feel that it's not only mentorship. It is the confidence that the person needs. Once individual
That push.
here.
That push from
And talk to anybody with the clear intention of not gaining out of something that you're giving away free. If you're giving away knowledge or you're helping somebody, don't expect something in return.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Please, you take something from me, tag me in your photographs, tag me in your reels, tag me in your posts. That's all. At least you know that you've tagged me.
Yeah.
I take people where I get permission to shoot. For instance, when I was shooting the cricket stadium, the Chinnaswamy Stadium, when the IPL was going on, I had permission to shoot officially from a place. So I said, okay, I've got permission, but I know there are guys who would love to shoot this. So I took a whole bunch of 10 of us. I took them. I said, come bring your drones, fly with me. I'm there with you. I can help you get your shots. And finally, we were all 10, 11 of us flying our drones in the same.
Wow.
So it is something that I did because I know that they will remember me now because that's the only shot they would have got of that place.
Yeah.
Who called the shot for that kid? Okay. Give credit to Kim. That's it. That's how I've grown. It's my interaction with the students. Interaction. All of them I've got groups of all of them. The Mysore University students, seniors have now gone. Juniors have now become seniors. That group is separate. The new batch which I did, I've got a separate group for them. There was another student, Comets University here, which was media house. They were training into mass media and communications. That group is separate. Then Chikmagalur bloggers is separate. Udupi bloggers is separate. So Isha Foundation bloggers is separate.
Wow.
So all these are the networks wherever I post, everybody knows. So they all come back and say, okay, they like Pratik from it. Slowly I go.
Yeah, and it's about the gift of giving without expecting in return is something I have heard from, so many it's off the record maybe in the podcast, this is the major common thing which everyone has said. Giving, yeah, without expecting in return.
With this new development on the Karnataka Tourism Department, I put forward a proposal to the director of tourism. I said, sir, I'm in your state, born and brought up in Bangalore. I'm a pure Bacterian, speak the language. I have reached a stage where I want to do something now. I want to give back. So my proposal is I want to give back whatever I capture for Karnataka to the tourism department so you all can promote tours.
Wow.
It took him 4 months to realize or come to that negotiation table that the one question he asked me, why? Why do you want? So that's my passion. Thank you.
Okay.
That's all. It is something that you can see that I'm not doing it for commercial purposes. I've reached that past that age for commercial. Anything that comes in, fine. If it doesn't come, it doesn't make a difference. I love to drive down every 100 kilometers to get a shop. So he said, okay, fine, let's go. No problem. I made a draft, made an agreement, gave me a contract for 1 year so I can fly anywhere in Karnataka. So wherever I fly, I'm doing it for the tourism department now. Footage will be given to them. They will promote it on their websites and to Karnataka World. I will be given credit. What more can I ask?
Wow. That's great.
That level, I've also passed on to my people. So wherever I go, I've mentioned very clearly that my team will travel with me to take ground shots, take videos, pictures, and aerial shots. So I take 3, 4 people every time, extra whoever want to come and say, listen, you come along with me. If you're a photographer and you want to join me next time, please come along. You take the pictures. You give the pictures to me, post on your social media handle, promote Karnataka tourism. That's all. I've got the right to put the logo also. So you can put it and say, shot with Kim Aswani for Karnataka tourism. You'd get a boost. I'm happy. You don't pay me anything. I don't pay you anything. It's just passion. I'm giving back to them. They are happy. They are saying, first time somebody has come and asked us to do something free. I said, I don't need any money for it because I travel anyway. I keep traveling. Wherever I travel, I take videos. I need permission. Wherever I need to take videos, I need permission from that place. Then he said, okay, we will give you stay also in all the KSTDC properties, which is tourism developed. So wonderful. So now they started offering me properties wherever I go, wherever KSTBC properties are there. I get 2 nights free stay for my capture. So I just travel. Wife travels with me. We go fly, and I park anywhere, fly from the car, fly wherever I want. Get the shots, put them together.
That's super duper amazing. Oh my
Enjoy.
god. Oh,
Enjoy it. There is no stress. I can do it when I want. If this thing calls me and says tomorrow morning you have to go to Nandi, I'll say, okay, cool. I'm free. I don't have any commitments. I work at my own pace. When I get the footage, I'll say, sir, I need 1 week to give you the video. Take 2 weeks. No. In 3 days, I'll finish it because I know I don't want to keep it till 1 week low. Because I know I have the time. Sometimes I'll sit on the balcony, start from 11 o'clock in the night, put the vape on, and sit till 3 o'clock in the morning, finish the video that same night and give it. Because I know I've shot it. I have the passion and I know exactly how the flow of the entire
video should go. Yeah. Got it.
Even my reels are just 15 seconds. I'll say 15 seconds. I've told my story. I don't need to elaborate one 10-minute video. I'd give them music and voiceover and all that bullshit.
Great. Love to know.
Most people in the drone industry, people who want to take this up as a hobby, please only do it if you have the money and the time. It's not about buying a drone, flying the drone. It's about when somebody connects with you and you take on a responsibility of taking on a project and you can't deliver. You are the one who's going to be blamed, not your ability.
True. And on top of it, I would say that not only for drone, it is for any passion you follow. It's
Well, it's passion. It comes very obliges. You can't take it lightly and say, okay, this is my passion, but I messed up now. You can't mess up on your passion. So yeah, it's either wholeheartedly or
not
take it up as a
side hustle.
no, on a time frame.
Okay.
Have yourself a 30-day, 60-day, or a 90-day period. Say, if I can achieve this, I will continue, or I will just say thank you very much and stop.
Wow. True. True.
Can't just keep on hanging on. Say, okay, the 3 months is over. Another 3 months, I'll try. You'll never get there because you had 3 months and you didn't do anything about it.
No, that is such a good learning that, having, giving yourself that time frame, deadline.
Yes.
Because sometimes I say that, right now I'm into a situation where parents, they know that, wherever I put my head into, or be it personal life, professional life, I have achieved up to a level where I want to achieve. And this is my first time I'm trying something out of not like, doing a job, but uh, following my passion journey. So they have this overwhelming situations there are where they have just taken that particular, you give us the time frame, this time frame, this much, because you will follow your passion. I don't know for how long it will go, and what if you ruin your whatever you have built. So you give us a time frame, we are not going to stop you, but after this time frame you have to make sure that you're going back to where you are if things are not working.
That is the life.
But is it right or wrong? Because it takes,
No.
I don't know what is right, what is wrong, but
Got into whatever you wanted to do. If you haven't done your homework, then that part of that homework is also in the time frame that is assigned to.
oh my god. Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah, true. It will pile up. It is.
If you had your job and you thought about getting into something, you should have done your Reiki much before. And Reiki, to the extent of plus and minuses, not only positives. You have to get people to give you the real perspective of what is coming your way. You might think of it as a rosy picture.
Oh, it's not.
No, whatever it is. And
It's adventurous. So
it is you that one negative point that stays with you because you have to overcome.
true.
You cannot let that happen. So you have to be better to make sure that this person was wrong and I am right. To achieve that time frame. And if you've done your Reiki and you think that, okay, now I'm ready to start and I need 3 months, and 3 months you don't push yourself to 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day, you can forget. And
Oh
I'm
my
talking
god.
about today's world.
True.
And I'm telling you, very honestly, this is how reality is.
It
I'm
is.
not giving you any rosy picture. No, beta, you try, you'll definitely come out. I wish you all the best. Bullshit. I would be sitting and lying to my face. But
It is.
with the world how it is today, and I'm saying it with everybody who's doing whatever they are doing in this particular line, whereas it's on TV or on radio or on YouTube,
The
on
content.
Insta, anything to do with content, you have to be there, out there for people to notice,
Oh my god, sure.
and don't expect it to happen soon.
Yeah. True.
If you want to cut this part, please do. But I'm telling
No,
you,
no, no.
it's the fact.
Yeah.
All have to really think about it. I have to first send you my plan. It's an Excel sheet. Please take it, go through it. It's just your own. Put in whatever you want. It's editable.
Done. Please. I would be happy.
What are the basic expenses one would go through? What are the basic income? You have income one, income two, whether it's secondary income or if you're married, then you have your spouse's income. All that calculated. It has to be a combined effort.
Yeah. True.
Eventually, if you made your mind up, everything works.
Everything works. Yeah. You should have patience.
You would just have to say, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I have to do this. But then your mind also is tuned to that. Have you heard of manifestation?
Yeah. It has worked. It works.
Talk to Auntie. Gitu Auntie will tell you a lot about that because she's into all that. And she's done a lot of things that has helped her. And also the place, the people, everything around you also makes a lot.
True. Yeah. That's all. I guess I had a wonderful learning. I swear. I mean, lot of eye openers, I would say. One thing is that, the planning part. Usually you get overwhelmed and you ignore sometimes to create that plan. Maybe it is difficult, or maybe you don't know exactly what you want to do, or maybe you expect a lot from you. And when you start creating a plan, it becomes like even.
And to accept that there could be a issue.
Yeah.
It could be a one
Yeah.
that comes up in this entire plan.
Yeah.
So that part, if somebody can really sit down and guide you in the right way and give you the true ups and downs or the pros and cons, because knowing you'll only want to hear the big. Among friends, friend is a friend. He will tell you the fact that yes, it's good. He would never want to say that it's bad because he wants you to succeed.
Yeah.
Right? But when a friend tells you, listen, I think you're making a mistake, but you don't want to listen to them. For the reason being that you feel that what you're doing is right as always. This is where the issue is. You must give your friends' opinion a thought.
Yeah.
But at the same time, does it also have something to do with your plan, which you must have had your pros and cons before?
Yeah.
FAQ, you must ask yourself how many times you make these question and answers about something that you want to do. Because when you want to start something, you have to have both.
Yeah.
That if it is successful, then I'm going to be here. And if it fails, I'm going to be here. This, if you don't weigh properly, it makes it.
True.
Sadly, is important.
Very much. Very much.
Elders, sometimes just one statement of theirs can make a difference.
A lot.
We don't take that statement. We just tend to ignore it.
True.
Yeah. Anything else you need to ask me about anything, you're most welcome to call on me again and have another chat specifically if you want only for the drones or for the finances or for lifestyle tips.
100%. In fact, I have not planned whatever the purpose was. It is kind of solved. Like, too many things where we as, I would say, younger entrepreneurs, we fall to, I would say, we ignore. That is something which I have realized, and I reflect a lot when it comes to when I talk to someone who is experienced in the life. And to be honest, I at least and I'm sure whoever will be watching this is going to take it seriously in terms of creating the plan, uh, following the passion, but yeah, courage. Yeah, yeah.
I'll share it with you when you put it out. Share the plan. It's an Excel sheet. Make it downloadable.
Yeah.
Give my number. Let them connect with me. They are most welcome to shoot out questions. I'll be willing to answer. Even if I don't answer properly immediately, I will answer. That can be done. So
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you so much, Uncle. Thank you so much. Yeah, and yeah, so that's what the discussion was all about. And the key learnings which I had was about, creating a plan, thinking about your finances, how much you're paying yourself, when you are earning. And most importantly, it's not just the passion. It is majorly how much courage you have, passion you have to work towards it. Give yourself that extra time to work for your passion. And other than that, time is money. So, yeah, you should spend time with your loved ones, with your passion, your work, and give your 100%. And that's how you succeed. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. And yeah, once again, the best and the beautiful part is about giving. Like, I have heard from, I would say, as many founders or the passionate people I've worked with, one thing which is very, very common, which I've seen, is the gift of giving, as in without any intention of returns or expectation of return. If you're actually giving it, you get in abundance magically. And that's what has happened with Kim Uncle and a lot of others. So that's a learning, beautiful learning. I too believe in giving and, having gratitude for what I have. But it's like a universe sign that how much it is a big thing, or I would say a bigger boon when you give with all your heart and you get back in return in miraculous ways possible. Yeah. Thank you so much. Please do like, share, subscribe. If you really loved this, and even if you didn't love and you would want to know more, we are there to help. So yeah, thank you so much. Take care. Thank you so much, Kim Uncle.